Greetings, champions, and welcome to Live with Chatufa. Emmerson Mnangagwa taken to court over procurement processes, abuse, and corruption. This is a developing story that we are seeing happening in the nation as Mnangagwa has continued to do willy-nilly corruption and corrupting processes and just being lawless in the country. We are seeing a story that is coming on the news and talking about the Standard newspaper says Hill Zimbabwe has dragged Mnangagwa to court for allegedly violating principles of public procurement accountability after he gazetted a law making the procurement of construction and medical materials, among other assets, a secret. Just imagine how Mnangagwa continues to hide money, steal money from Zimbabwe, and want every money, every cent, every penny that belongs to Zimbabwe to be under his control. I don't know what it is with money when it comes to Emmerson Mnangagwa. I think Mnangagwa wishes to have every cent that happens to be in Zimbabwe to be in his pocket. So we are looking at a court challenge that has been done here by Hill Zimbabwe. Of course, it's an effort. It's an effort. While of course we know that Mnangagwa is just a dictator, captured courts and everything. We don't know whether this will really materialize into anything. But the only thing that is a punch to this is that it will be exposing him more and more. And I think this is the only benefit that we could enjoy, to have him dragged before the courts and issues of his incompetence, the corruption, and everything that he's doing being exposed. But really believing that the courts will give a judgment that will be favorable to the complainants, it really may not come out like that. Because we know that the courts themselves are captured, we will not have a favorable outcome. Yesterday, we were talking about the story of Blessed Mhlanga and how, one of the lawyers, Beatrice Mtetwa, was actually saying, we can try to do what we have to do. But honestly speaking, most of the things that we do here, we don't expect them to materialize because of the kind of magistrates and judges that we have in Zimbabwe, who are also under the corruption activities of Emmerson Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF. But the issue of procurement abuse and this corruption has been the draining agent that has caused our country to be where it is. Zimbabwe right now continues to suffer at the hand of individuals who are not being accountable, people that have decided to pocket money that belongs to the nation. And we cannot allow to look at Mnangagwa doing what he wants, with the finances of the nation. So Zimbabwean people, we have fought this corrupt regime of Mnangagwa for a very, very long time. And I want to believe that we are getting closer and closer to the end. And the revolution that is here at hand is a revolution that we all need to stand up with and support, so that we get to a point where we can push the people who don't care about our nation out. Zimbabwe needs to breathe. Mnangagwa continues to steal left, right, and center. All parastatals have been taken into his hand. He's taking all the money that belongs to the people of Zimbabwe, and yet we still have hospitals suffering. We still have people dying without medication in the hospitals. And you talk about anything else, roads, electricity, the water, and everything, the education. So until we have a government that cares about what happens to the finances and the coffers that are in government, as well as what is obtained from the sale of our mineral resources, and put and channel all those into the right usage, we are not going to be having a working country. And with this current government of Mnangagwa, we cannot expect this thing to happen, not anytime, not even in a million years. So the only alternative and option that we have to free Zimbabwe is to fight these people and allow Zimbabwe to work, is to push them out, to put pressure on Mnangagwa and his cabal. And we have seen they are in panic mode right now, as from the beginning of the Geza revolution. So we continue to say and to implore Zimbabwean people to rally behind this revolution in different ways in which you can. Whatever that you can do for Zimbabwe, do it in this season, do it in this time. This is the time that we need to unite. We need to speak with one voice. We need to support one another as the people of Zimbabwe, and to send a clear message to Mnangagwa and his thieving government that enough is enough. This is the time for Zimbabwe to recover. We can't continue to watch our country going down the drain as these people continue to do what they are doing. So one thing that is very certain is that united, we are able to deliver Zimbabwe into its freedom by pushing this government that is, continued to capture the state itself. So this is the situation that is on the ground. Let's see, we'll follow up this story, how far it will go in the courts, whether they are going to succeed, whether they will get a favorable outcome, we don't know. But very rarely will Mnangagwa ever lose cases in the courts, especially in Zimbabwe. But anyway, a trial is not bad. So we say kudos to those that are at least trying to expose through going through the legal route. It is an effort which we continue also to compliment. So let them continue to put pressure on Mnangagwa as much as we can as Zimbabwean people until victory is certain. Thank you so much for joining me on the show.